today's adventure before dementia brings me to the charming town of Cowra. It's surrounded by vineyards and is situated about 300 k's west of Sydney in the beautiful Lachlan Valley region. It sits on the border of the cool, wet highlands of the Great Dividing Range and the hot plains of western New South Wales. So the first European explorers to the region were George Evans and John Oxley around 1815, who deemed the area rather unfit for settlement. In the mid-1800s, the township known as Coora Rocks became Cowra from the Aboriginal word meaning eagle on the rocks and was proclaimed a village in 1849. Gold miners started to arrive and it soon became an area very fit for settlement. But before that, there is an important part of Aussie history we must remember. And I'd like to acknowledge the custodians of the land we visit today, the Wiradjuri people, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, probably not, the largest Aboriginal group who occupied vast areas of New South Wales. Cowra is also a place of symbolic significance with Australia and Japanese relations. It is the site for the famous Cowra breakout, where more than 1,000 Japanese prisoners of war attempted an escape from the nearby camp, making the Cowra breakout of 1944 one of the largest prison escapes in World War II. So who is famous from Cowra? Well, one you may have heard of is Murray Cook, one of the original Wiggles. So what brings me to Cowra? Well, I'm off to the Railway Hotel, where the town have dobbed in local lad known as Uber Bob. Apparently, he drives hundreds of kilometres a day getting his kids to and from places, and they're bloody adults. Time to give Uber Bob a lift. We are off to make a local legend legendary, so let's go, shall we? Big town when you see McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and theatres. So this is one of the bigger towns today. So I've arrived at the fantastic Railway Hotel here in Cowra, and Kate, the publican, has come to meet me. Come in here, Kate. You're reasonably new here in Cowra.
Yes. Oh, I've been in Cowra for about 6 years, but reasonably new at the pub game. We've owned the pub for a year.
A year. So perfect timing, because what happened a year ago?
Shut down for COVID on the day we took over.
You poor bugger,
no,
Jesus.
No, it was okay because we renovated. We painted and cleaned. And
yeah. Well, it looks lovely at Cowra Railway Hotel. See many pubs when they do up, they get rid of the tiles, and I'm so happy to see that you've kept them.
Oh no, we have to keep them.
Yeah.
We have to keep the tiles, they're heritage.
It's part of Aussie pub history. They knew that the 6 o'clock call was coming.
Yep.
They'd down as many schooners and drinks as they could, and rather than leave the bar, they would stand there and just urinate at the bar, which is why Aussie pubs needed to be made with tiles.
Pretty much.
To be hosed out.
Yeah, let's be completely honest.
Oh, we've got an Indian rider has arrived. Oi! I'm looking for Uber Bob. There he is. Uber Bob?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky day, mate.
What?
You have been dobbed in by the locals here for a bit of a mini makeover and styling and loving, of course, for me, the barbering biker. What do you think about that?
Cool.
Cool, Bob. Now, there's a story behind why you're called Uber Bob, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what that is?
I've got kids.
Yeah, but I hear they're grown up, aren't they?
Yes.
And you're still bloody ferrying them around.
They won't get their license.
They won't get their licence. They live in the country and they don't have their licence.
Exactly.
Unheard of. What was your job in life back in the day?
I used to drive trucks.
Trucks, long distance and stuff like that.
Dangerous goods around Sydney.
Dangerous
all
goods?
around New South Wales.
Oh, okay. Interesting clothes on here. We've got some nice ones to put on you when we finish. But I've noticed there's a Harley Davidson logo there. What does that? Are you a bike rider?
I do ride a bike, yeah.
Yeah, you still got one?
I do.
Yeah, and you get about a bit on that?
Yes.
Yeah? Just do little day runs and things like that. with them.
Social club.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'm going to be taking you away now. Come on, Uber Bob. That's the last we're going to see him looking like that. Okay, Bob, come on over here. Let's get started. You take a seat.
Thank you.
Isn't it? I mean, it's so nice to be doing hair in the sunlight.
Very nice.
Okay, so going to bugger off these cameras now because we're going to get started on the makeover before the big reveal. I'm here with the beautiful Beck. Is a local, living in Cowra now for
About 4 years.
Oh, okay, you're not a local yet. You've got
No,
another
not yet.
16 years to go. But Beck is of the local town, singer-songwriter. Been singing some songs.
Yeah.
Very nice. So it's been lovely listening to you.
thank you.
Lovely to meet you, Beck.
Thank
and,
you.
Keep up the great
Yeah,
work.
thank you. Love
Keep
your bike.
supporting local entertainment.
Do that.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your legendary local legend, Uber Bob. Come on, Bob. Come on in and show us what you look like.
I wasn't expecting Dad to look like that.
Huh? He's a bit of a good-looking rooster, isn't he?
Yeah.
What looks like the best bloody lamb shank and my favourite food group, mashed potato. Again, look. Kate, it looks amazing. And I've got my glass of local bloody poshy. Oh, local rosé from the local district. The local. I'm being taken to the prisoner of war camp here in Cowra by some fellow motorbike riders. They're going to give me a bit of a tour. So you've got the Italians, the Japanese, Koreans, Indonesian, Italian fascists.
So this is the scale of the thing. That's us here in this little corner.
Right.
And the
Wow.
scale of the... Yep.
That's massive.
Yes.
So we're closest to the Italians to the right,
Yes.
the Japanese to the left.
Yes. Yeah.
So the guys from the Central West Veterans Chapter, Smurf, Pixie, Simo, have just given me a fantastic tour of the Japanese prisoner of war camp here in Cowra. That ends my session at Cowra today. Say goodbye, folks. Bye.
See you later.
Big shout out to Simo, Smurf and Pixie. They've just given me some money as tank toppers, so they're going to be the fuel to get home with. Thanks, guys. It's very generous of you. Be brave, be crazy, and take care, because we all know it's a fucking jungle out there. Well, I found myself doing a bit of off-road. That says I'm going the right way, but I hope this road doesn't get any worse. Oh. Whoa. Right, okay. This is not a good idea. Perhaps, maybe, who knows? Well, I always wanted to do a little bit of off-road, you know. Not on this bike though.